in response to COVID-19 to protect employees and keep packages flowing.
The company is keeping its employees safe and healthy while still delivering those packages to your doorstep.
The company is keeping employees safe and healthy.
The company is keeping its employees safe and healthy.
The company is keeping its employees safe and healthy.
The company is keeping its employees safe and healthy.
The company is keeping its employees safe and healthy.
The company is keeping its employees safe and healthy. The company is keeping its employees safe and healthy.
It's spent $800 million on increased wages and overtime pay during the pandemic.
It has spent $800 million on increased wages and overtime pay during the pandemic.
It has spent $800 million on increased wages and overtime pay during the pandemic.
Psst, by the way, I just couldn't help it made $435 billion, so there's that.
Has spent $800 million on increased wages and overtime pay during the pandemic.
Amazon says it has spent $800 million on increased wages and overtime pay during the pandemic.
Every single one of Amazon's workforce of nearly 1 million people has played a critical role in making these changes happen.
I hope that they feel that passion that we have for safety,
so they can stay safe and healthy while you do too.
Yeah, we're doing this awesome. And of course, that reminds you of the thing from 2 years ago where anchors at the Sinclair-owned news station parrot a script pushing Trump talking points and the troubling trend of irresponsible, one-sided news stories plaguing the country, if you remember this.
Hi, I'm Fox San Antonio's Jessica Headley.
And I'm Ryan Wolf.
Our greatest responsibility is to serve our Treasure Valley communities,
The El Paso, Las Cruces communities.
Eastern Iowa communities.
Mid-Michigan communities.
We are extremely proud of the quality, balanced journalism that CBS 4 News produces.
But we are concerned about trouble and training.
Yeah, so you kind of get the idea. But it's really kind of disturbing to see that's a control that Amazon has over the news. And the truth is, a lot of people don't like the mainstream media. A lot of people don't like New York Times, CNN, Washington Post, MSNBC, that drill. But what they really do trust is obviously the mainstream media. Or sorry, not the mainstream. What am I saying? The local news. Like, you trust, I think the research shows people overwhelmingly trust their local news outfits, and they trust, like, when they turn on their local NBC, they get their traffic from their good friends on the TV, right? Like, so that is something that is very, very valued by people. And the fact that they're just getting this Amazon propaganda here is very, very disturbing. So only one station, Toledo ABC affiliate WTVG, acknowledged that Walker was an Amazon employee, not an employer, not a news reporter. WTVG and WGXA in Macon, Georgia, noted that Amazon had supplied the video. Of course, Todd Walker is the Walker I'm referring to. He was the Amazon spokesperson who revealed this material did come from the company. The segments, which ran about a minute long, praised Amazon's commitment to employee safety and all that stuff. So, yeah, and the fact is they're not really doing a good job. They're really not. As The Verge reported, Amazon's record leaves much to be desired, despite the claims from its propaganda. So far, 8 Amazon workers have died of the virus, according to the media reports, and countless others have been affected. Yet Amazon has come under fire for refusing to disclose concrete numbers around COVID-19. A lot of other companies, by the way, are doing this as well. Syracuse University communications professor Robert Thompson told NBC News that there was no excuse for stations airing these segments. Shamelessly airing portions of somebody having something someone else produced. It would be like reporting on new studies about vaping and having it be produced by Juul. Bottom lines, tweeted Senator Bernie Sanders of Vermont, is that there is no excuse for Bezos and Amazon to invest in propaganda rather than worker safety in the midst of a pandemic. Maybe Jeff Bezos, the richest man on earth, should focus on providing all his workers with paid sick leave instead of pushing out propaganda to local news stations. Well, then how can he become a trillionaire? Like, Bernie, don't you know he's supposed to become a trillionaire soon? Like, you don't want to get in the way of that. That, like, his money comes first, obviously. You're so silly. All right. That's all we got for today. Coming up, I do want to fit in a few shows. We will definitely try and fit in a few shows. Either we'll definitely do one tomorrow. Maybe we'll be able to fit in one Friday. But either tonight or tomorrow night, I will be on the lookout for a new episode of Uncultured, a special midweek episode. Hopefully, we will see you then. Thank you so much for listening again. If you like this, please be willing to share, rate, review, wherever you're listening. Leave a comment. Let us know how you're feeling, what you want to see from the show, and we will be there to keep an eye on for that. Also this Friday, new episode That's Interesting, Outer Banks Part 2 with Tatum.